Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is April, and for today's video I'm giving you a full review on the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation. I know today's video was supposed to be a tea collection video, but for some reason on the video, first off it's a 40-minute video, so it's really long, and for some reason on the video there was a bunch of noise in the background, so I have to completely refilm the entire thing. Like, I don't even want to talk about it. I'm really upset right now, so it is what it is. Anyway, so I've been wanting to do a review on this foundation for a really long time. So I'm just going to do it now because I feel like now's the perfect time. I've been using this foundation on and off with a bunch of different foundations. I'm constantly using the Age Rewind. I was using NARS, Luminous Weightless, Makeup Forever, Studio HD, Smashbox Photo Finish, all that kind of stuff. I've been using everything and I just keep reaching for this, and I have so much to say about it. So if you get this from the drugstore, it'll retail around like $10 or $11. If you go to Ulta, it'll retail around $12 to $13. This comes in, I believe, about 12 different colors. The shade that I picked up was 103 Natural Buff because it does have a yellow undertone. It is a little bit dark for me right now. When I picked it up, it was a little bit darker. So I could definitely be using a lighter color right now, so the color match isn't all too great on me, but there is definitely an option there for me. It's supposed to give you a demi matte finish, so even though it says it's pro matte, like it's not completely matte. It doesn't leave you dry looking, which I like, but it does give you that matte finish because I'm not always going for a dewy look, even though I tend to do that more often because I do have dry skin. This one does give you a nice finish. So the first time I used it, I was using it with my Artiste brush, my like flat, big, fluffy brush. You guys know what those are. And it definitely gave it a seamless finish, but the coverage wasn't what I wanted it to be. And I kept using it, and then for a while I was like, I'm not crazy about it. I was expecting a little bit more out of this. I was expecting it to be something that I can do like a full glam look if I had wanted to. And I was even layering it, and it still wasn't what I wanted it to be. And then I finally switched to using my beauty blender with this, and once I did that, I loved it so much better. So I definitely would recommend, if you're like me and you want to go for a fuller glam look, use the beauty blender. The beauty blender, even though it's going to eat up more of your makeup, you're going to be able to pack it on a little bit better if that's a look that you're trying to go for. It's a 24-hour foundation. You guys know I'll never try a foundation for 24 hours, but this has lasted on me all day. And what I love about this is if I'm under hot lights, which a lot of the times at like photo shoots or on stage, I'm under hot lights, this does not crack. It doesn't crack, and it doesn't smudge, it doesn't smear. Even when I'm wearing a very heavy primer, I like to use primers that are very heavy in silicone, even though it's not good for your skin. It just gives, such a smooth finish. This sits right on top of it and does not move at all. And it actually feels incredibly light. Like even to the touch right now, it just feels like I barely have anything on my face. But if you look at me, you can tell I have full coverage foundation on. So I'm really loving this a lot. It works well with flash photography for me as well. And I think that's because it doesn't have any SPF in it. So if SPF is something that you're looking for in a foundation, either you're going to need to put that underneath this or not go for this foundation at all. But for me, I don't typically like having SPF in my foundations because it is not good for camera. So I don't experience any flashback with this, and it just kind of gives you this smooth mattified look. I love it. So I'm just going to swatch some on my hand for you guys, that way you guys can see what it looks like. So I'm just applying a gracious amount on my hand just so that way you guys can see the way that it blends, and it blends really well, even though this color, like I said, is quite off, even though my hand is much tanner than my face right now. So I'm pretty impressed by the way that that actually matches my hand a lot better than it does my face, but my face, actually you can see a little bit here, it's a little bit more orange than my hand. But I haven't had any issues with it oxidizing, which is another reason why I'm loving this, because lately, a lot of the times with the cheaper drugstore foundations, I'm having a real problem with oxidization, and it's hard for people like me who are pale with a yellow undertone. When those foundations oxidize, you look completely orange, and it's so difficult for me to find a good tone that just kind of like sits the way it's supposed to sit and is the color that it's supposed to be. It just does what I'm looking for in a foundation. I almost wish it added some sort of like glow in the right areas, I guess, but that's obviously not going to happen, especially with the matte foundation. They do have the Infallible Glow Foundation, which I will be trying next, and I'll get back to you guys on what I think about that. So that's it for this video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button, as well as turn on the bell notifications, because I put out new videos every Sunday and Wednesday, and I will see you guys in next Sunday's video. Bye!